Thank you. All right, I think we are up and live. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stamp Therapy with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Right off the hop, I am going to ask you a favor. If you could please share my live right now on your page. And if you do that and tell me that when you've shared, I will enter your name into a drawing at the end of tonight's live. And I will draw a name and I will send one of tonight's cards to the winner of the draw. So if you would do that, it would help me out a lot. And you'll get a handmade card in the mail. All right. We are going to go over a few little things before we get started. Sunday, January 28th is my BOGO event. I'm having a big retired product sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. I have added a whole bunch new products that have just recently retired. It's Sunday, January 28th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. by appointment only. I am booking 1 hour time slots, and you can contact me, book a time slot, and you can come be here by yourself, shop at your leisure with no competition for 1 hour. Also, tomorrow, there is a new revised, revamped class schedule going out tomorrow. It will be on my blog tomorrow. One thing that you will notice, I'm here tonight and I'm here next Wednesday, but starting on the 23rd of January, my Stamp Therapy with Shel live classes are going to be on Tuesday nights, not Wednesday nights. I'm going to be having in-person classes on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And another thing that is new is the deadlines for class registrations is always the Friday previous to the class. Okay, so if you're coming to a class on the 20th, this Friday is the deadline to register for that class. Okay? All right, we have classes for next week. I just threw my schedule away. Next week we have my free online class, the Facebook Live on Wednesday. On Thursday night and Saturday morning we have Card Cafe. That's where you get to choose the cards. On Saturday afternoon we have the Delicate Forest product-based class. And next Monday is the deadline for the Stamp Along with Shel class on February the 3rd. That is the one with the Sweet Thoughts, Memories and More. Why don't I just grab it? It's right behind me. Show you. A visual is worth a million words, right? It is this fabulous bundle. There's two parts to this. There is the cards and envelopes, okay? And then there are the pre-printed cards. And there is a bunch of these. I'm just going to flip through so you can see them. And there's some lovely stickers. And I'll just go through these ones real quick so you can see them. We are going to get together and we are going to craft together at the same time. Make some cards out of all of these beautiful bits and bobs and pieces. So if you would like to take part in that class, you have to register before Monday. So that gives you an idea of the feel of that class. There's 2 options for that class. Check my blog. You'll see all the details on there. And speaking of kits, one of my new classes is once a month we are going to have a kit class. Basically, you purchase the kit and we will get together and we're going to have some fun stamping together. So you can see that all tomorrow on the blog. Once a month, we're going to have a beginner class. That's for people who haven't stamped with me before. That's a free class. Once a month, I have a basic card class. Twice a month, I have Card Cafe. Once a month, I have the kit class. Once a week, I have the product-based class. Those are on Saturdays. And then, of course, my free online class, which we're doing tonight. And tonight, we are featuring the Be Mine Suite. This is on pages 8 to 10 of the new mini. Finally be able to show you the inside of the catalog. And it is such a fun suite. And it contains the Be My Valentine punch bundle. This stamp set and the coordinating punch. It includes the square pillow boxes. It includes the Sweet Sorbet bordered ribbon. It includes the adhesive hearts and flowers embellishments. And, of course, the fabulous Be Mine DSP. This is so cute. You'll see lots of it tonight. Now, you can purchase this suite or you can buy all those items individually, okay? The choice is yours. And something else that is new. We are going to have what I'm calling the Stamp with Shel online shopper bonus. When I do my Stamp Therapy with Shel classes, online classes, anyone who places a minimum online order that ships directly to you will receive the 3 kits for tonight's cards in the mail. Your orders must be placed before Friday, January the 12th, online. You must choose me as your demonstrator, and you must use this current host code. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, if you're interested in putting an online order before Friday and getting the kits for these cards, you can do that. All right, I'm done. Hello, Jackie. Glad you could make it. Who else did I miss? Michelle. David, Debbie. Hi, everybody. Glad you're here. All right, we are going to get started. I have 3 cards for you tonight, and we are going to get started right away. First one we're going to do is a fun fold. So I have a Sweet Sorbet card base, and we are just going to crisp up those score lines. And here is some of those sweet papers that we were talking about. Check those out. Perfectly coordinated papers. And you can use whatever side you want. I'm going to use the one with the bees this time. And pop this in place. There we go. Now I have a piece of basic white because we need a place to write our greeting on this card. So I'm going to pop that down this inside panel, like so. And then this bright color on the, or pattern on the front. So that's how quickly this card is going to go together. Now I've pre-stamped. These dies are the Nested Essentials. Decided to dig out something a bit different. I haven't played a lot with these ones, so I thought I'd dig these ones out tonight. And I have pre-stamped a greeting and just the little honeycomb too. And I made a mistake on the back, as you can tell. Good thing paper has two sides. And I'm just going to layer these two together to make a little tag for the front panel of our card. Now we're just going to put adhesive on this side. So I'm just going to kind of measure that up with my finger. And pop that in place, like so. And that's the way our card is going to open. Now we want to decorate this up a bit, so we're going to bring in our punch and our stamp set. I got to move some of this paper that I was yammering on about, because we need to stamp a little bee or two. So I wonder, just going through my scrap bin here, I do not have any daffodils. So let me reach behind me and we'll grab some. And I'm just going to cut this piece of this off camera so it's not so big to deal with. There we go. And we're going to stamp our bee right on the daffodil cardstock. And we're going to want the wings as well. And the little teeny tiny antenna. And a face. I'll put the face on there. All right. That should do for now. All right. Let's get some ink and get going. All right. So I'm going to take the little bee body and I'm going to stamp that right like that. And then I'm going to take my punch. Actually, I'm going to bring my paper trimmer in here for a second. And I'm going to get it on my desk. I'm going to cut a strip down here. And the reason I'm doing this is if I don't do this, when I put it in the punch, I'm going to waste a lot of cardstock. See, if I put this in the punch the other way, I would waste all this up here. So there's a little tip for you. Just pay attention to what you're cutting off as well, right? So there's one bee. I think I might want two. Let's do two. Two is always better than one. There we go. And we'll punch him out. And now we're going to need some wings. I wonder if I happen to have a piece of vellum here. You can use white cardstock, but vellum looks nice too. Sometimes I just have little scraps left over in here. But of course I don't. Let me grab one. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my paper trimmer and cut a strip off. That way I don't waste a lot. Now we're going to stamp some wings. And this heart is what's going to cut out the wings. So it's always helpful to look at the bottom of your punch so that you know kind of what direction to there we go. Oops, what am I doing? We need two little antennae, and they are going to be in this direction. And then we need our little faces on our bees. So let's do those right away. How cute is that? All right. Now, let me grab some scissors and we will cut out that little piece so that we can punch these out. There's one. And as you can see, I'm fighting with this. So let's grab a Post-it note. I can reach one here. I've got so much stuff here in my way. We've been doing some home renovations and it's been, quite frankly, a hot mess here lately. That's not going to do it. Let's do it this way. There we go. Let's get this loaded into the punch. There we go. There's those. And now we just have to punch out our wings. You just have to be careful with vellum because the ink takes a little bit to dry on the vellum. So be careful not to smudge those. All right, we'll set those aside. And you see we have a little bonus vellum heart there that popped out. Now we get to put our bees together. So first off, I want a silicone mat. Keep all my mess in one place, or try. And I'm just going to put these little wings on here. And we're going to put a dollop of glue on each. And attach our bees. Now, another thing that you can do with these is you can put your wings this way and you can put your face going the other way. You can do them both ways. I'll do that on another card to show you the different ways you can do your bees. And we've got some little antennae here. We're going to get some glue on these as well. Cutie patooties. These guys just make me smile. All right, now let me swipe here. Make sure that I'm not missing too much. Well, hello, Lisa and Diane. Glad you could join. All right, let's get these little guys on our card. I am going to grab some dimensionals and pop them on the back of these little bees. And I'm going to put one right here. And this one I'm going to put right on the bottom here. But you still need to make sure it's on this front panel or your card won't open, right? And then on the inside you have room to write your greeting in there. Okay, let's embellish that. Let's grab some ribbon. I just showed it to you right here. All right, we can use this ribbon, or I thought we could use this pool party to pick up the pool party in here as well. So I'm going to make a couple of bows. I'm going to bring in the bow maker and we can make that decision as to which one we want to use. All right. I love, love, love the Celebration ribbon. It is so soft. And it's kind of got a little ruffly texture to it, which is always fun. All right, let's try this one first. I can get it off my bow maker. There's that one. That might be a little big for this card. So let's try a smaller one. With this ribbon. Oops. And there's the smaller one. I think we're going to go with the smaller one for this one. We'll save that one and we'll use that on another card later tonight. So we're going to need some glue dots to get that on there. And then just a couple of embellishments and we'll be done. Our first card. I think I'll put that on at that angle. Now, I need another glue dot because these tails drive me crazy if they're not straight. I know, I don't have far to go, right? Okay, there is our bow. And now let's bring in some of these cute embellishments. They are adhesive hearts and flowers. So I'm going to use some of these white flowers just to add a little whimsy on this otherwise plain. There we go. That one is our first card, my friends. Easy little fun fold. All right. What did I do with my other card packets? Let's go on to card number 2. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Audrey. Glad you could join. All right, card number 2. This is going to be, oh boy, I have lots of pieces here tonight. This one is going to be a different fold. It's not really a fun fold. It's just like, instead of having a side opening card or a bottom opening card, I'm going to put it as a bottom opening card, but I'm going to mount it on this piece of black because I love the pop, right? So we're going to get this started. And we're going to, and all these colors that I'm using tonight were pulled right out of the designer series paper. Okay. Then we have this piece of black that I'm going to put this DSP on. And if you stick around to the end after we make these 3 cards, I've got 2 more to show you. See the pop? I find this lemon lime twist is awfully bright. I mean, it's in the paper, but it's kind of too much for me. So I'm trying to tone it down, but yet still have a little bit of contrast. Then what I did is I took one of these dies, the largest one, and I die cut it. But I put this point that was on this side right on the straight edge so that it would just give me this. So I can just add a little accent. You could put it either way, but I'm going to put it this way. And we're going to glue that right on to that other piece of DSP just to give it, number one, another pattern, but also a little bit of more visual interest. And I'll be honest, I think it kind of tones it down just a little bit because that's a very busy DSP. All right, because there's so many layers to this card, I am simply going to glue this flat. And we're just matching our borders the best we can. They don't stand up, Audrey, very well. As you can see, it kind of leans forward a little bit. It stands, but it leans forward just a little bit. You could display it, most definitely, but it's not perfectly flat. It just leans forward just a wee bit. Hi, Deb. Glad you could join. Now I have a piece of basic white that I'm going to put on the inside so that we have a nice place to write our greeting. And I bet you I didn't cut these to fit. I didn't. The plan was I was going to put that on prior to gluing it down because these were just leftover strips. So I am going to grab my ruler. I think this is 5. It is. And we will grab my paper trimmer, wherever I put that. And we're just going to cut these down to 5. There we go. And this is just going to decorate the inside of our card up a little bit, because those wee little strips, really, what are you going to do with them, right? So let's just put those on the inside to pretty it up a little. There's that one. There's that one. All right. Now I have this little guy here, and I'm going to bring that ruler in. I've pre-stamped it. I love you no matter what. And I want that to be 3.5. So let's bring in this mini and cut this off at 3.5. And that will fit right across there. I'm going to put it right where that point is. And once again, I'm going to glue it flat because there's so many layers. There we go. All right. Now it's time for another bumblebee. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate your comments. Okay. Another bumblebee. Let's get all our bits back in here. And we will stamp another one. This one we are going to do with his wings going out to the side, like I explained a minute ago. So let's oop, I'm probably too close there. There's that. And where's my punch? Gotta look at the direction. This way. Okay. There's one. And one more. And I'm going to do the antenna on vellum as well. And I'm going to go back over here and utilize that. All right, let's cover. Oh, we'll put his face on here in a minute. All right, let's see what I've done here. Can I salvage this guy? Yes, I can. I thought I was too close. All right, that piece is done. Now let's do this little antenna. Like I said before, just remember that when you're working with vellum, it takes a little longer for the ink to dry. Because I'm looking at this and I can still see that it's wet. All right, let's punch this guy first. And then there's another heart. And then we'll do this guy. This guy's a little smudged, but that's okay. We're going to use him anyway. His wings are just a fluttering. There we go. Okay. Now we need faces on this little guy. So this time our bees are going to be upright. So the face, oops, don't smudge. It's going to be this way. We'll bring back in our silicone mat. And where's my tweezers? Trying not to handle these wings too much. See where it's all smudged there? But that's okay. His wings are fluttering. We'll get some Tombow on these bits. And get the bits stuck on. There we go. All right. Let's close that up. Now I'm going to flip this and put a couple of dimensionals on him. And you'll notice that I put right on the wings there, just as extra security. And we can pop this right on our card front. And I'm going to put them kind of right like that. All right. Now, there's an opportunity where we can use that other bow because it pulls out the pool party. And I want these sides. There we go. This ribbon is so soft and pliable. I love it. There we go. Now, let's find those embellishments. Hi, Lynn. Glad you could join. Oh, no. You fussy cut them. Yeah, it's that little heart punches them out. All right. I am going to use these flowers this time. One there, a little one, and I'm going to use another big one this time. There we go. And I mean, you don't have to use these embellishments, but I think they're so cute. And there is our card. And yes, it will stand, but it leans forward a little bit. Okay, that's card number 2. Let me clean up a little bit and find my next card kit. Way over here. All right, let's just put that bee over there. He's a little bit smudged. And we have our last kit. And I don't even remember what I was doing with this one. Oh, yes, I do. Check out this paper, my friends. Isn't that cute? It's little jars of honey. So cute. All right. We are going to take this piece of basic white and pop this on the inside of our card. And I bet you I'm doing it again. Maybe that wasn't meant for there because it doesn't fit. Yeah, no, that's not going to work there. All right, so we have a plain inside. Now we're going to take this gorgeous paper. This bundle is so fun. It just makes me smile every time I look at this stuff. And I mean, you don't have to have the bees on every one of your cards. You can put flowers. You can just go with the DSP. And that's what we're going to do, I believe, this time. I don't think we're going to put a bee on this one. I'm going to glue this flat as well. Just center that up the best I can. Now, I took from the Nested Essentials, I took the largest banner die. I cut it in the black, and then I cut it in the DSP. This is the back side of this DSP. And what I did, there's stitching on it, right? So I cut the stitching off the DSP one, and it fits just perfectly right inside that banner. So if I put that on there, it would kind of fall into it. This way, it just has a nice little shadow effect, and I like that. So there's a little tip for you. I didn't want to go down too small because I wanted to be able to get my greeting on there. So I just cut off the stitching with my snips. There we go. Now, this I'm going to put right up to the top in the center, and you notice that I brought in the black and white gingham ribbon there. But I think we're going to stamp a couple of hearts. Let me find a block and some white cardstock. I think we need to have some sweet sorbet hearts. Now, where's that punch? I gotta look at my direction again. It's like that. All right. Now let's see if I can punch those out. Holy, I got the hippie shakes here tonight. Let me cut this off. Need a caffeine fix. All right. There's one. And there's the other. Now I'm going to take some Wink of Stella and shimmer those up. Maybe. Maybe not. Heavens to Murgatroyd. That one is not very juicy. Let's try this one. Oh, there we go. Now I know it's hard for you guys to see this sparkle on the camera. Once I get them on the card, I'll hold it up close to the camera so that you can catch the sparkle. There we go. All right, some dimensionals. Let me get my fingerprints in that. Oops, that's not even on. All right. Put one right there. Still wet. And I'll put one up there. All right, let's get this bow on here. Grab some dots. And I don't mind that going over the heart a little bit. Just gives it a little more depth. There we go. Now we need some ribbon scissors to trim those tails a wee bit. Don't need to be quite that long. There we go. All right, now let's glue this in place. Hope if I get it centered. There we go. Now for this one, I am going to use a different embellishment, if I can find them. I am going to use iridescent rhinestones because they're going to have all that sparkle. No, I'm not. They've got a pinky texture to it, and or hue to it, and I don't like that. So let's go to just basic rhinestones. And we'll add a little more sparkle. Just like so. I'm happy with that. All right, let's see if we can find my desk. And we'll have a look at the cards we made tonight, and then I'll show you two more. All right, get all this punch poop out of the way. All right, so I don't know whether you can see, let me grab this light, all that gorgeous sparkle. So pretty. So that's that card. It's just plain on the inside. Then we have this super elaborate one with all the different layers. And then we have our fun fold. Very simple, but cute. And then I have, oops, My glue dot is showing. A very, very basic card. Just easy, easy peasy. And then we have this same fun fold, only the measurements are a little bit different. And I've added a big panel on the front and just 2 little pieces of DSP for the background. And my glue dots are not holding. There we go. So that's the same one. I don't even have the white panel on the inside of that one. But there are 5 cards, all made with the same bundle. Hi, Linda. Glad you could join. Yes, the honey ones are so cute, Audrey. I agree. This bundle just makes me smile. Okay, has anybody shared this video? Thank you, Jeanette. Anybody who shares this video right now, let me know, and I will put your name into a drawing for one of these cards. And if you don't want to share, that's fine. But if you have shared, just put shared in the chat. All right. That's it for tonight, my friends. I will be back here next Wednesday. And then the following week, we're going to Tuesdays. Okay? So I don't know what I will be using, which bundle I'll be using next week. But if you have any suggestions, just put it in the chat and I'll do my best. Thanks for stopping by. Have a happy, happy day. Bye-bye.